The 2020 F1 season brought us a lot of surprises, and one of those was at Williams. Unfortunately, it wasn't Russell scoring a point, but it was Jack Aitken replacing George Russell for the Sakhir Grand Prix. Jack had a decent weekend except for that crash leading to Russell losing the race, but overall he made a decent impression on everyone in F1. For 2021 he will not be in F1, neither F2, but can he ever have another shot at Formula 1? Well, let's find that out. Jack Aitken was born on the 23rd of September 1995, which makes him 25 years old right now. Jack started his go-karting career at Buckmore Park, according to my best friend Wikipedia, but didn't have a lot of his success in karting. Aitken, who's born to his Scottish father and a Korean mother in London, achieved his main success in Formula Renault 2.0. He won 2 titles in 1 year in Europe with Formula Renault 2.0 and Formula Renault 2.0 Alps with Koiranen GP, and this led to Jack being contracted to the Renault Sports Academy in 2016. In that year he drove in 2 race weekends in the Euro Formula Open Championship, where he won 2 races and finished once in 2nd place, but he drove the full season in GP3 with Arden, having a difficult start, but eventually he finished 6 times on the podium with 1 race win in the last 8 races. In 2017 he drove with ART GP, finishing 2nd in the championship, 80 points behind the champion, George Russell. The year after he would drive for ART again alongside George Russell, but this time it would be in Formula 2. George dominated the championship, whereas Jack finished 11th, and in 2019 Aitken drove with Campos, and this turned out to be his most successful season in Formula 2, as he picked up 3 race wins and 5th place in the championship. At the start of 2020, Jack left the Renault Sports Academy as he was certain the Enstone team wouldn't promote a young driver anytime soon, and he also made the shout Renault would choose Alonso over any young driver for the 2021 season. And well, that happened. What also happened was that Jack joined the Williams Driver Academy, and he would also be their reserve driver for the season. In 2020 he drove with Campos again in Formula 2, but this would be his worst season in Formula 2, finishing 14th with only 1 podium. But his best moment would happen in Bahrain, where he would drive with Williams in a Formula 1 race. Jack had already made his FP1 debut in Austria and was with the Williams team in the race weekends there wasn't a Formula 2 event. Jack finished last in all 3 practice sessions, but qualified 18th in front of Raikkonen and Fittipaldi. Aitken was in P14 at highest in the race, but dropped down to last after deciding to have a look at the grandstands, but he saw no one there. This led to Russell losing the race as he had to make a pit stop. Yeah, let's talk about Jack. This was a decent performance, but he couldn't secure a race seat for 2021. So in 2021, Jack will be driving in the GT World Challenge Europe, GT World Challenge Europe Endurance Cup with Emil Frey Racing. He's driving in the Pro class alongside Consta Lappalainen and Arthur Roger. One of the drivers he's competing against is Callum Islet, and another one is Alessandro Pierguidi. He will also be the reserve driver for Williams this year, what means if someone gets COVID or something else, he has to be there, ready to rumble. Of course, you cannot expect this to happen, but it certainly is a possibility, as it will be a 23 race weekend season if nothing gets cancelled. As said, he will have a full season race seat in that endurance championship, but F2 to GT to F1 isn't a usual way, actually something that's never been done before. Jack also is 25 already, which means he isn't that upcoming talent like Dan Ticktum, who's 21 years old at the moment. Although I don't think Dan will graduate to Formula 1, I also doubt if Jack will have another shot at F1, because if Williams needs a driver for 2022, I expect him to battle against Nick de Vries, and another outsider for that seat can even be Felipe Drugovich, as he's not contracted to any junior team and he's a great driver in Formula 2. He will need a bit more funding though, but maybe he'll get contracted to Merck or Williams this year. Another option for Williams is an Alpine junior driver if Alpine will provide engines to Williams instead of Mercedes, but I do not really see this happening in the coming 2 years, as Williams has just announced at the start of this year they will have an extended partnership with Mercedes from this year on. To conclude all this, I do not think Jack will have another shot at Formula 1. Ever. But what can he do in the future then? Well, most likely he will be driving in GT cars, or he will start working at WTF1. He may also start working as a pundit or maybe a commentator on racing. I think Jack certainly doesn't have to worry about his future because he's such a likable guy and he knows a lot about racing. But what do you think about Jack Aitken? Do you think he will have another shot at Formula 1, or are his chances done? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And for now, thank you very much for watching this video. I'd really appreciate it if you can like, subscribe and share this video. I hope to see you guys later. Bye bye!